What's going on, you guys? Today, here at Texas North Barbecue and Griddle, we're not going to be doing any kind of barbecue demonstrations or instructions, no. But we do have something going on in the smoker for dinner. We do, it's true. And we'll take a peek at that later. But today, we are going to focus on how to make your barbecue shack or shanty, whatever you want to call it, how we can make that into something that you can call your happy place. If you're new to the channel today, this is the first time that you're watching and joining us today, we want to give you a big, warm Texas North welcome. We are going to have a lot of fun today. Let's get this party started.
We are live from my backyard where I am smoking these meat like a brisket. I'm making meat now. Someone asked me, do I smoke meat? That's gonna be delicious. Yeah, if I smoke meat, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
One of the golden rules of the business world is location, location, and location, right? And the reason I say location is so important is because I belong to a group on Facebook. It's called Barbecue Shacks and Shanties. And I see so many pictures of people's setups that are so far away from their homes that the house itself is nowhere to be found. And the reason I want to stress the location thing is because when you're doing smoking, you're going to be in and out of the house all day long, checking things, making sure that everything is good. And one of the reasons that I got away from using an offset smoker is because I was in and out of the house all day long, constantly, heating up my charcoal, maintaining the temperatures and everything like that. When you have kids and you have a busy schedule, you don't have that kind of time to really kind of be babysitting your offset smoker. And I have nothing against those of you who have an offset smoker. I had one myself for years. I just got to the point where I was busy with my kids. We were doing all kinds of soccer tournaments on the weekends and whatnot. Your family is always number one, and I didn't want to be tied to my smoker all day long. So that's when I kind of got away from the offset smoker and went to more of a set it and forget it type of smoker. As I said, when you're in and out all day long and you don't have your setup, your shack or shanty anywhere close to your house, and you're going to be making long trips in and out, and sometimes you got to get in and out real fast, after a while it is going to wear on you, and you are going to wish that you had built your place, your shack or shanty, closer to your house. Now, I know it's not possible in all cases to be connected right to the house, but I just want to stress that if possible, build it as close to your house and always keep safety as a concern. You don't want anything happening. You don't want fires or anything that would cause your house to catch on fire. So again, first and foremost, you want to be concerned about where you set up your shack. Now, let me just give you a little bit of history on how I put this shack together. And about 12 years ago, we had the steel construction on this installed, and we had it set up as an awning. It has a cover like an acrylic vinyl combination fabric, canvas, if you will, for lack of a better term, if you think what canvas is, even though it wasn't canvas. It did the job. The problem with an awning type of setup is that those awning fabrics will not last forever. You'll get maybe 10 years out of them, and then they're going to have to be replaced. The material will eventually erode due to sun and rain. If you leave it out in the winter, snow, all of that is going to eventually cause the fabric to tear possibly, and to start to erode. And we did end up getting some small holes in our fabric, even though we took really good care of it. We took it down every winter. Here in Columbus, Ohio, we sometimes get winters where we have snow and You certainly don't want to have that up there and have a whole lot of snow piling on top of it, and that the weight of the snow would cause some further deterioration of the fabric. So we'd have to take it down, have the company come, pick it up, store it for us, pay a storage fee, then in the spring come back and they would put it back up. We got to the point where we had to figure out, were we going to get another awning or what were we going to do? We did some thinking and we came up with putting a more permanent solution here in place. We took the awning down, put some reinforcement boards up, and then we put a steel type roof on top. This thing is permanent and it is here to stay. Even though we have some snow during the winters, I have a roof rake that has a pole that will extend out about 16 feet. So if we do get appreciable accumulation of snow on top of the roof, I just get that out, let snow down, takes all that weight right off of the roof. Here's how things look from the outside, and you can see how the roof is attached to the house and sloped down for rain and water to drain into the gutter and then the downspout into the yard. This is 12 feet wide and 14 feet deep, attached to the house. And again, just wanted to show you how close everything here is to the steps and leading into the door going into the kitchen. Now we'll get to talking about how we decorated underneath here, but just a couple of things from the outside. And we have flags on both sides on the poles. This is our Texas North flag on this side. And then over here, we just have a random barbecue related flag. This one has a picture of a pig on it that says, "I'd smoke that," and it has the different cuts of pork. I'm in the kitchen now, and this is a view from literally on the other side of the wall from where we were outside at Texas North. And this just allows me to keep an eye on things out there and without having to go outside every time. I also like to open the window a little bit, crack the window a little bit in the morning, and let that nice flavorful smoke make its way into the house, and the family wakes up to the nice smell of barbecue going on. And everyone likes the smell of barbecue in the morning, right? Now here's another angle of where I just was standing there in front of the window above the sink, and you can see the island there. That's where I do a lot of my video filming. And I show this because it is literally only a few steps away from the outside, as well as where I keep most of my barbecue tools and gadgets. I have centrally located them here from ceiling to floor, as you can see. I call this Q Corner. I have a whole separate video on all my tools and gadgets that you can check out. Literally, it is right between going outside where the cooking's going on and in the kitchen if I need anything here. And along the way, in and out, if I need to change a load of laundry, I got everything right here as well. As you can see, I am only a few steps and a few seconds away from everything outside. I wanted to cover now some of the hardware, some of the tools, the workhorses that we cook with here at Texas North. And this is our flat top griddle. You'll see this in some of the griddling videos that I do. This is a Camp Chef flat top griddle. You can take that flat top off and use it as a regular grill. I've never done that. I used it exclusively as a flat top griddle. Runs off of propane, and it has a cover for it. You can see the hard top cover there in the back. Here we have a heater. We use this during the winter months here in Columbus, Ohio, that it can get chilly sometimes. When it hits 50 degrees, we will get this out. This is a 30,000 BTU heater. It runs off of propane gas as well. This thing lights up and gets hot immediately. And what we do is we will take that and we will put it between these two tables right here. We'll split the tables. We'll set it up right in the middle, facing this way. It'll keep 4 people comfortable. In fact, we've eaten Thanksgiving meals out here, Christmas, and New Year's as well. We have outdoor rug, holds up really well. We take it in during the winter months so that snow doesn't sit on it. If we do get any snow, we don't want it sitting on there too long, but rain won't affect it. It dries up pretty quick. It works out pretty good for us. This is a zero gravity chair. It actually goes back a little bit further. I use that when I'm out here watching movies, watching shows, watching games, and of course you can't have a chair without a pillow and a blanket, right? So where we watch those is right here. This is a storm shell. It's a very hard plastic. It protects the TV behind there. Now in the summertime, we have a porta-cool unit here. It's basically an outdoor air conditioner. For lack of a better word, it's a swamp cooler. Many of you know what a swamp cooler is. This is the Cyclone 120 model. Holds about 10 gallons of water. The velocity of air that it shoots out it comes out at about 30 miles an hour. It hooks up to a hose. You can see it here. We'll fill it with water down here. We'll get a few hours, several hours, 3 or 4 hours, and it will shoot cool air across the way here, and it will cool things down here by about 10 degrees or so. And I'll show you another way that we kind of keep things cool here as well, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Now, in terms of some more usage of our grills, this is basically my everyday kind of Beta grill. I went to Home Depot or Lowe's, I think it was Lowe's, and I looked for the cheapest grill I could possibly find, and basically this is my searing station. Whatever I need to do for searing, like steaks or tri-tip, anything that I'm searing while I'm smoking, I will use this. Again, it's just a cheap grill. If we need to heat up something real quick, if we're going to do some quick chicken breast or some vegetables or something, we'll turn this on without having to get into the whole setup of my main workhorse here, which is our Pit Boss. And this is my go-to grill. This is the Pit Boss 1100. This is a smoker that I bought, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago. I do most of our smoking in this. You have some dinner going on here today. Let's take a peek and see what's going on in here. Ah, looky here, looky here. Remember the show Spencer for Hire, what Hawk would always say, looky here, looky here. We have some St. Louis ribs going on here at Texas North. They're about halfway done or looking good so far. They will be devoured here in a few hours. This is what I go to on a regular basis for our smoking. This is one of my first ones that I bought after our offset. This is a master built vertical smoker. It's also a set it and forget it. One of the things that we kept from our old awning, even though we got the main portion of the awning taken away, we kept the roller curtain. We are facing south here, and when the sun comes over at dinner time and is setting here in the west, during the summertime, and it comes right through here and it will beat down on you, and you will just sit here and sweat. We take care of that problem with this roller curtain. Basically, it just rolls right down, and as soon as this rolls down, it will cool things off here by about 15 to 20 degrees, and it really helps. It keeps the wind away as well, but it will just cool things off almost immediately, and it's very easy, just rolls up and down. It stays right in place here just by moving it around here and putting it back in its home. I'm going to show you the inside of the Shanty now, the sides, the 3 sides. You can get many of these items online at places like Amazon or other online retailers, and you can personalize many items as well. And just keep in mind that I wanted the whole inside to really have that old restaurant, eclectic look with things on the side and on the roof, and you'll see that. Really, this sign right here kind of sums it all up for me. This really is my happy place. I have two happy places. One is on the coast with my feet having the water, ocean water, roll up over my feet and ankles, and the other is right here at Texas North. I spend so much time out here, my outdoor office for my job. I work out here a lot, and obviously we entertain here and eat out as much as possible and do other things just like reading or praying and meditating, and or just like to sit under here and watch a nice shower or nice rain happen. So it's just a very peaceful place for me. Some of these are the tools that I used to use in the past. You can see along the bottom bar we have some things posted as well, and some stickers. Again, this sign, this is the view from the other side. And you'll see all this lit up at night. I think you'll really like it. I have two clocks, one an analog for the daytime and then a digital one for night, because at nighttime you can't see that analog clock, and in the daytime you can't see the digital one. Here you'll see I have 3 sets of string lights. I don't have them plugged in, but these are the pigs. I'll show you the others as I go around. So they were representing the pork, and incidentally, each of these pigs has its own name, but we're not going to get into that. That's another conversation for a different time. And this is the front. We have the turkeys representing the poultry families, chicken and Cornish game hen and duck, goose, and you can't have a barbecue shack or shanty without a dinner bell, right? Then on the final side, you can see we have the cow lights representing the beef. Of course, we have a framed picture of four-time world barbecue champion Myron Mixon. No, he's not my idol. It's just a conversation piece, conversation starter. On this side, many of these things you will see lit up at night when you take a look further on in this video at the nighttime version. You'll recall that just a moment ago I talked about how this was my happy place, but apparently it's a happy place for Mother Nature as well. And last year we had a little family of birds who came and made their home right behind this welcome sign here. And then last year and again this year, they made a nest above the storm shell here, above where the TV is housed, and you can see our kitchen window right there. So the irony is not lost on me that they built a nest above and behind signs that said welcome. So apparently these birds know how to read as well. What's interesting is that we had a bird's eye view, pun intended, of the nest and the mama and her little babies and the eggs. It's been a really interesting process to watch them build the nest, and then the mama sit over the eggs. They've been amazingly clean, and we will see what happens next year. All right, Bertle, it's time to hatch those eggs and giddy up on out of here. I've got the NBA playoffs to watch. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, you can find a lot of these signs on Amazon or just doing a Google search and looking for humorous or funny barbecue signs. Not all of these are barbecue signs. There are a few griddling type signs, and there are actually a few signs that really have nothing to do with anything as far as barbecuing or griddling goes. So I'm going to give you a close-up of each of these signs now. Might have to ring the dinner bell on that one. And here's the view from the other side of the table. So this is what things look like here during the daylight hours. But now I'm going to give you a view of what it looks like at night. So let's see what this party atmosphere looks like at nighttime. Hey everyone, so grateful that you could join us today on getting some ideas for how to decorate your barbecue shack or shanty. Hope you found it helpful. Please do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe buttons and even share this video with your friends. And look forward to you coming back the next time. Until then, all I want to say is take care, God bless, and smoke on. That's cold, man.